you have a Frigidaire or a GE dryer, this is the assembly that you're going to see in the back side of your dryer. This shroud with the element hooked to these ceramic standoffs. They go all the way around here, and the drum fits here, and the airflow will come in this way. So what we have here is one that's burned out, and I'm going to fix it for you today. I'm going to show you how to restring these things the easy way. Now, when I first started doing this, I was like everybody else. I'd start on one end and I'd start stringing them up. And see, somebody did this one that way. All these coils kind of came together and stuck together. They were left over. They probably went this way with it. But anyway, if you take one of these and you kind of count them, you come up with sometimes 12 to 15 coils, and you have to kind of figure out how many coils you're going to put between each of these ceramic standoffs. And 12 to 15 is about what you would come up with. When you get your new element, it's going to come in a packet like this, and make sure that you get the correct element for your machine, because most machines have these wide spade plug connectors, and it's made for a wide spade plug connector that'll fit over it. Some machines have this small one. If you don't get the right element, it won't fit in there. But if you do have the wrong element and you need a workaround, what you can do is take a pair of side cutters and you can nip this off a little bit at a time, kind of dope out how wide you're going to need it. Put one edge of it there, and you're going to need the other edge to be right there. So you don't have to nip off too much, but just on one side you would nip off, I don't know, maybe a 1/16 of an inch all the way down to this tab right here. Just enough that you can make a connection with a smaller connection. But most dryers are going to have that wide spade plug on it, and you can't just go out and buy these wide spade plugs at your local hardware store. They just don't have them. You have to get these like from a comb supplier or somebody like that would have them. And it usually comes already attached to a wire. It's called a dryer jumper wire. So when they come, they're going to be kind of wrapped up, and you're going to have to unstick it. It'll be an awful tangled mess, but for the most part you can bring it out. Okay, so we have our new wire. We need to get the old one off, and to get the old one off, these spade plugs have little ears on them, and you just mash them flat with a pair of pliers and they slide right out. And once they're out, you can go along, and to get these off you just pull them and give it a little twist. If you have the luxury to be able to take this out and sit down with it, that's nice, but most of the time if you're on a service call, you're going to be working inside the dryer where the drum goes, and it's not going to be an easy task. But I'm going to show you a neat trick to how to do this, because you want to kind of have a uniform distance between these wheels. So what we need to do is make sure there's no pieces of old element hanging around, and that all your ceramic standoffs are in place. This one is missing one right here. I'm going to have to get one. Okay, now I have a ceramic standoff that is going to work with this thing. This is what they look like. So your element's going to go up here, and this is going to fasten to your frame. And you have this little slot here. You put it in, and you're trying to find these two holes, and then once you get those two holes lined up, you turn it. Now we have ceramic standoff to go around the whole frame. So we want to turn our element to this here. I like to turn the element so that the wire that's coming off is going to be on the top. Okay, so then you have that one, and you want to put this one in also, and you can bend these wires any way you need to. You take a pair of needle nose, and you need to, let me show you the end of that. If you see the end of that, you have these two little points right there. You just bend one over like that when you get it through here, so it won't back out of that ceramic standoff there. You can bend both of them if you want to. I usually just bend one, because all you're trying to do is keep that spade plug from backing into the shroud. Alright, so now we have that. We want to hook one of our side of our thing up, and I'll do it like that, and then you can squeeze them back together. And we'll do the same on this side. Stretch it as much as we can over there. We don't want a bunch of coils hanging loose like that. So now we have it on those two. We need to find something directly opposite, and there's one right there. And we need to find the midpoint. So we have a midpoint somewhere in this area right here. So we need to put it there, push it together. Now from there, we need to go 90 degrees from each side. So here's one that's 90, here's one that's 90. So let's go that way. And again, once you get it on there, kind of, and there's the other 90, or midpoint without. And now you have it like that. So then if you keep splitting these in halves and moving around, you'll get a uniform set of coil. Of course, it's not going to be easy inside the dryer drum itself. But if you do it that way, you will have a uniform set of coils all the way around. And then all you have to do is go around and close the gaps where you open them, making sure that makes good contact with the ceramic standoff. And if you do it this way, you won't have any sagging or problems with too many coils in one spot, not enough in the other. That looks pretty uniform. Anyway, thanks for watching. Chip out.